That gesture was born out of just filming. It's not something we talked about. In that sequence, it's quite beautifully made. I am simply running from people. They're shooting me, and I'm trying to reach the helicopter. There was no discussion. The only thing I knew is I had to run from point A to point B. I had to avoid certain areas because there were explosions, so I had to know my path. And all the cameras were up in the air, so I had, or down in the ground, remotely done, so I was by myself. Yeah. And on a walkie-talkie, I'd get the command to start, and I'd run, and I just knew that I'd be dead by a certain point. And that's what that was. And to reach for the helicopter was not a gesture that anyone thought about. It was just a practical thing that he's trying to get to them. He's trying to reach help. It's a very beautiful experience for me to work with Martin Scorsese on a passion project. Shot on no money, very quickly, but he had it very well designed in his head. A lot was required of me, and that's always a gift for an actor, because when you have lots to do and lots of challenges, you don't get self-conscious, you don't think, you're free, because you're really concentrating on tasks, and you're concentrating on going from point A to point B. And I like that movie. It was a really good experience. I see that image, and those thorns were so sharp. I had so many cuts in my head from wearing that thing. It was the beginning of something. I mean, there were other comic book movies before that, but when I was making that movie, it was clear. It was, even though it was quite a big budgeted movie and wanted to be a event picture, it was for Sam Raimi, it was a very personal movie. He was a real believer. He really loved those comic book characters. He really was invested in the morality of those characters. So it felt new. It felt new. And as far as the effects and the fighting and how to deal with certain things, it was exciting. And the other thing that I liked about it was it blended dramatic and comic elements very beautifully. Sometimes in the same scene it would go back and forth. So it had a good sense of humor about it itself, but it also had a kind of, not gravitas, but a kind of meaning for people. I think it spoke to their hearts. It was difficult, but that was part of it. And you know, you can't act red, raw skin. You can't act the way you breathe when the rain is so hard that you almost can't get air. So all those things help you as an actor. So they aren't comfortable, but you know it's not forever. And those kind of deprivations and challenges are really what make the world. And to enter that world, that's what you want to do. So you never think about it being hard, you know. You think about it helping you to do what you want to do. I played the character of this black Moor named Gil. I liked very much working with Andrew Stanton, because you'd go into a studio and there would be a text and you would just find variations. And later they would animate to what we had. I'm not dubbing to the animation. We're just doing it wild. We're doing it without picture. We're doing it just as recording. So he was very imaginative, and he would always suggest certain things, and we would just do tons of variations on the dialogue. So it was fun. It was a call and response that sometimes is a lot of fun to do with the director.